Ladies and gentlemen, I am the owner of DRW. I am Chris Zero. And tonight, I wanted to talk to some of you about the recent developments here in DRW. Now, a lot of people are like, "Oh, hey, Chris Zero, what do you mean? What are you going to talk about? What the fuck are you even saying right now?" What I'm talking about is where DRW has been standing and where it will go from here. A lot of people are worried about the future of DRW due to recent actions of others like GVD and Josh Knight and all of them. And believe me, they will be dealt with when the time comes. But for right now, I wanted to talk to you guys about the upcoming pay-per-views, Rise of the Fall, Modern Warfare, K-Town Showdown or Throwdown, I can't remember what it's called. But I wanted to talk to some of you about all this to see where all of you stand and to show all of you where I stand with it. Now, Rise of the Fall being this Sunday, November 9th, live from Green Bay, Wisconsin, Lambeau Field, home of the Green Bay Packers. We have the pre-show, the Queen of the Cage, Susie Spitz, Shaniqua, Charlotte, Trish Stratus, Nikki Bella, Lita, Scarlett, Paige, Maurice, and Ashley. I've been watching the Divas division along with everybody else as they've been having a hell of an upbringing, and I'm really proud of the Divas division. They came from nothing and made it something. Going into this match, I got to go with the champion Paige as she's defending her women's championship. Then in the opener, the Ultra Violent Championship, the very first ever Buried in Hell match. You're going to have Warlord Victor defending that championship versus Blade. Both of these men are some of the most extreme wrestlers I've ever seen in DRW's history. Out of the two, I gotta say Blade. Blade's been on a rampage as of late, and he deserves the championship. Then, the vacated Chronic title, Firestar Hart versus Trent versus Jason Rollins, Jigsaw, and GVD. GVD has been doing whatever, focusing on his Republican parties or whatever. Jigsaw and Firestar are my two top athletes in this match. Honestly, it could go either way. Firestar Hart could walk out Chronic champion, or Jigsaw could walk out Chronic champion. Jigsaw is the future of this business. He is one of the next. He is one of the main people of the next generation of DRW. Then the once-in-a-lifetime ladder match for the third time ever. Christoph Shy, Torrance Banks, MC2, Sean Ripper, and Shady McKenzie. I cannot lie on this one. This is a stacked match. It was hard for me to even put it together or anything like that. You got Christoph Shy returning from being in the penitentiary. You got Torrance Banks, a former world champion. He's had one of the best years of his career. You got MC2, who's kind of had an on and off year. Sean Ripper, who's kind of been in the slumps the last couple of months. And then Shady McKenzie, a newcomer here in DRW, who's had a very fantastic year. Honestly, my picks are Sean Ripper, Christoph Shy, Torrance Banks. Sean Ripper, I could see getting the job done by taking advantage. Christoph Shy, he's got the power advantage in all this, and the size advantage. But Torrance Banks is a force to be reckoned with. He could be the next big thing. Then you got the Elimination Chamber, and the winner of this Elimination Chamber will be the #1 contender for the DRW Elite World Heavyweight title going into Thanksgiving Horror November 23rd. Now, you got, in this match, you got He-Man, Ken Gatlin, Liam Wolf, Kyle Tuck, Zach Austin, and Susie Spitz. Now, in this match, this is 6 wrestlers who need this push. 6 wrestlers who deserve this push. He-Man, who has fought and earned everything that he has ever gotten in DRW. Ken Gatlin, who has came from absolutely nothing, made himself one of the biggest stars in this business. Liam Wolf, a newcomer who is part of the empire that Chris Knox is running, who could. I've seen him at the Performance Center in DRW, and he's a hell of an athlete. I see him every day and every week, just getting better and better. Kyle Tuck, another guy at the Performance Center who's also helping the creative team, and he's just a hell of an athlete. Zach Austin, who's coming back from injury, who I personally do not like, but he's a damn good wrestler. And Susie Spitz, one of the women that will actually be competing with the men for the next few months. I mean, it could go either way, but my pick is He-Man. Now the DRW Tag Team title match, the last team standing, the Absolute Nightmares versus the Armor. The Armor have been silent the last few weeks, ever since losing the DRW Tag Team titles. The Absolute Nightmares have been all over the place. I mean, Torrance Banks, he's also in the Once in a Lifetime match. Chris Zero, he's the World Heavyweight Champion. I mean, you gotta go with this one. I mean, you gotta look at the Absolute Nightmares. They are a force to be reckoned with. 4 years of being an on and off tag team. They finally got the job done a few weeks ago. They ain't letting them tag belts go anytime soon. Then, in one of four of the main events, in a Jersey City street fight, you got JM Punk versus Austin Uhas. Going into this match, JM Punk and Austin Uhas. Austin Uhas, day one of DRW, he was the man. He was the top dog to beat. Now, over the past year, I mean, that has changed. Now it's Messiah, and it was Adam Rush. Now it's Messiah. I mean, he was the top dog in DRW for the longest time. And they're now trying to get back onto that throne. I mean, can he do it? Will he do it? Time will only tell. JM Punk, he's been a former world champion. He's never been the man in DRW, and that's what he's looking forward to doing. I honestly gotta say JM Punk on this one. Now, in the next match, we talked about Adam Rush. It's winner takes all. Winner takes all. 5 rounds of death match. Adam Rush versus Tyler H. Now, the stipulation when it says winner takes all, everybody's like, oh, what the fuck does that mean? Nobody's a champion in this match. You're right. Nobody is a champion. But not only does the winner of this match get a shot at the World Heavyweight title, a one-on-one shot at the World Heavyweight title, but they also get control of the Armor, they get creative rights to the Armor, and the loser of this match can never fight for the World Heavyweight Championship ever again. They can fight for the DRW Elite World Heavyweight title, but never again for the World Heavyweight Championship. Winner takes all. One man wins, one man goes home crying to his mama. Adam Rush, he was the man. He was the man for the longest time in DRW, and then Tyler H., a former World Heavyweight Champion. He's never been the man, and he wants to be the man. Will Tyler H. finally get that opportunity, or will Adam Rush crush his dreams? We'll find out this Sunday. Now, in the co-main event for the World Heavyweight title, it's the first ever DRW's Texas Bull Rope match. Chris Zero will defend versus newcomer Alfred Erickson. Alfred won a 10-man over-the-top battle royal to get a shot at Chris Zero. Chris Zero won the World Heavyweight title back at Night of the Dead when he cashed in the Chronic Championship for Option C to win the World Heavyweight title. So technically this is Chris Zero's first title defense, Alfred Erickson's first world title shot ever. Honestly, you gotta go with Chris Zero here, because Alfred, he's still knocking the green off. And I mean, I've seen him in the past few weeks, and he's damn good. He's damn impressive. But I'm going with Chris Zero in this one. Then in the main event, the go-home match, it's the Peridian Cell. Messiah will defend versus Chris Cage. Chris Cage, one of the biggest athletes and one of the biggest free agents in all of wrestling. He was one of the hottest free agents ever. When he signed on the dotted line to DRW, it was one of the biggest signings in DRW's history. But Messiah, he won the Extreme Rumble last year. He main evented Dark Mania. He's one of the top athletes in DRW's history. He's finally the man. Now that he's on the road to being one of the greatest ever, he's going into the Hall of Fame. I mean, you gotta go with Messiah. He has all the momentum in the world right now. Messiah, the top dog to beat. I'm going with Messiah on this one. Messiah's the man. He's walking out as Elite World Heavyweight Champion. Now, also, you got Thanksgiving Horror coming up and all that. But then you also have K-Down Showdown, which is, I think, I saw December 17th. And that match, or not that match, that pay-per-view, it's going to be spectacular. This is DRW reverting back to tradition. And, you know, I'm really excited for this one. Now, if Messiah retains versus Chris Cage, the main event is a Elite World Heavyweight Championship title match inside the steel cage. It is Sunday, December 14th, It is live on TBS. It's in Knoxville, Tennessee, at the Civic Coliseum. It's K-Down Showdown, and I mean, you're going to see the pure champion, Alex Fame, in action. You're going to see the tag team champions. All championships will be up for grabs. You're going to see Steven Palmer, JM Punk, Chris Cage, Tyler H, MC2, Adam Rush, Torrance Banks, Warlord Victor Blade, and many, many other DRW superstars. I mean, for more info on this, as you know, the card gets put together, you can go to DRWWrestling.com, or you can watch the breaking news segments on DRW Network, which you can order for just $9.99. Now, you talk about K-Down Showdown, it's going to be December 14th, live on TBS and on DRW Network. Messiah versus Austin Uos. If this match takes place, this is a dream match for some of the people that have watched CXWI and DRW over the past couple of years, because in DRW and WWE Attitude, Messiahs came up, Austin's came up, I mean, almost identically, because the night that Austin Uos became CXWI World Heavyweight Champion, it was the same week that he became the DRW Elite Champion. And Austin was a force to be reckoned with. He was one of the top dogs in wrestling. Just one of the top dogs. He took over the world. Now, I mean, he's kind of quiet. He lost the CXWI World title. He hasn't been in DRW very long after he, losing the title. Messiah, he won the Extreme Rumble last year. He main evented Dark Mania. He's going into the Hall of Fame. He's had numerous matches of the years, or match of the year candidates. It's going to be an epic match. I mean, you're gonna see some of the greatest athletes there. It's gonna be a spectacular couple of months. For more, go to DRW Network. There's $9.99.